So we're excited to talk with you today on Specright Network and the future of supply chain collaboration. If Ayman, you want to come join me on stage. I'm Danielle Goad. I'm the manager of Specright Network. I've been with Specright for about 5 years. I started my journey in customer success as a project manager, working with all of you customers, and then moved over to focus more on partnerships and specifically academia.
I'm Ayman, CTO for Specright. I own the product and the engineering side. So if you guys have liked the demos, I'll take the credit for that, fully credit. If you don't like it, you can always blame Matthew or Laura for all of the parts. But no, great to be here and speak to you guys about the network and what's coming next.
Great. So we wanted to talk a little bit today about the current state, that we hear from our customers and suppliers. One of the main challenges that we hear is sourcing new supply chain partners. We heard from Paul earlier today about the 68 products that he had to switch over. We know that for short-term emergencies like those, as well as longer-term strategical changes with maybe sustainability goals and challenges that you are looking to switch those partners. The second space is just time is wasted. The data collection and data sharing piece of it all is very cumbersome. We know for both you and your suppliers. Whether it's done over email or shared drives today, the lack of confidence just around everyone having the one final kind of approved spec is traditionally low.
Yeah, and I want to stress even extra the point about sustainability specifically, because we've been hearing from all over here. We had earlier as well yesterday our customer advisory board, and sustainability was still a factor that you're collecting from everywhere. But as you probably know, who's familiar with scope 1, 2, and 3? Probably most people, right? Like scope 3 is probably consumes more than 70% of your carbon footprint, which is basically footprint of your suppliers and their suppliers, right? So just a small example, the goal of the network is to make something like this goes away. If everybody has their scope shared and their LCA published and everything, then you'll be able to collect this information instantly, right? And the more people in that network, the more it's going to become a lot that you can actually influence the decisions of even people doing work on the network and being saying, okay, do I go with that supplier or not? What's their supplier record for sustainability? So all of that kind of stuff would be part of the network collaboration.
Perfect. We're going to start off with a quick video.
In a complex data-driven world, supply chain collaboration is vital. Specifications for ingredients, packaging, products, and supplier documents are scattered across emails, homegrown portals, and shared drive. But the future is Specright Network. Specright Network is a networked spec-first marketplace that provides instant access to trusted partner specs and sustainability data. Streamline document sharing and connect with new supply chain partners to create new revenue streams. Data and document collaboration. Share critical spec data, supplier documents, and certifications in real time. Our standardized templates ensure up-to-date info, accelerating speed to market and reporting accuracy. Simplify change management. Specs constantly change. With Specright Network's revision management, reduce quality issues, and ensure data confidence with field-level change tracking. Find new supply chain partners. Deepen collaboration with existing partners and explore our marketplace to connect with new partners based on geography, service, or sustainability needs. Authentication and auditing. Meet regulatory compliance standards effortlessly. Track compliance docs, perform root cause analysis, and prevent expired documentation in your supply chain. Ready to take control of your data and revolutionize your supply chain? Request a demo and discover the power of Specright Network to transform your business. Specright Network, the future of supply chain collaboration.
All right, so we want to go a little deeper just on the goals of Specright Network. It's really looking to power collaboration around brands, retailers, and suppliers. As you know, we really started Specright, in packaging, and that's where we're starting Specright Network. But we want to partner, with our customers to make sure that we're, building a product built for them. So learning from all the different spec data types that we have available on the system, and industries that we interact with to make sure that, this network works for you. We also want to create, an ecosystem of, again, like-minded companies and individuals. This is, a platform where there will be vetted for that marketplace that we talk about, where really everyone is kind of on that same spec-first approach.
Yeah, I mean, from a product vision, we're looking at it as this is becoming the main operating system of how you manage specs across companies, if you think about it. Meaning, it's like all the features you've seen demoed and the features that exist right now in the platform, it's done across your company, right? Like you're searching your own specs, right? You are searching whatever suppliers as well gave it to you, right? But now you have the ability to search across the network, across other companies and collaborate as well. Obviously, assuming that those companies have given you access to those specs. And the way it is they are able to publish whatever spec, publish to you or to all. So only to whoever you want to publish to, right? And being able to have that security as well about it. And having two versions of it, the one that you publicly publish and the one that you're actually still working on actively. And again, you can control which data to who and how it's shared. Right? And being able to do all these features, again, like item finder, start new product development, run sustainability LCA goals, correct? The year-over-year reporting, procure even suppliers based on their sustainability goals, for example, or other factors on pricing. So all of that in one secure area. Again, it's assuming you're allowing that to happen and you'll have full control over your data. It's still your data, it's not other person's data, but it's that ability. And being able to move all of that, instead of the one-to-many to truly many-to-many across companies, that's how we envision the platform to become. Literally, how you think about it is an operating system for all your specs worldwide. And hopefully we get the more and more specs, more people into the network, the more it actually becomes beneficial to most of you.
Perfect. All right, well, I'm going to move into a demo. So for this demo, we're going to look at a kind of full end-to-end scenario in the Specright Network tool between two supply chain partners. The blue bar that you see across the top, this will start off at the supplier, kind of adding in critical spec data, including dimensions, material, and sustainability data that they need for their partner, as well as supporting technical documents like certifications, artwork, and die lines. Our network templates provide guidance and best practices so that everyone is speaking the same language around specs. We also provide customers the flexibility to request an additional 20 attributes that are not on our standard templates to make sure that their data completeness is received and those fields are required from the supplier. Suppliers have the ability to share a spec with one, multiple, or all members on the network. This provides optionality for data sharing so that any spec from a stock package to a custom package can be, received by the correct person and made visible. So since the data has just been shared, we'll go check out the customer system where they received an email alert and system notification. The spec is seamlessly passed from the supplier system to the customer system, where you receive the spec details, material information, and files, and being able to have it saved in your system with one click of a button. Now that you have the data, you can really start putting it to work. We'll hear from Paul and Brock in a minute, but some ideas as far as future thinking ideas are cost savings around consolidated buy strategies through the marketplace, SKU rationalization, and material intelligence. So next up, we're going to demo the revision management capabilities because we know change is always occurring. The customer can notify their partner through our chat functionality around changes that they need made for their 2030 sustainability goals. This keeps the communication within the network and tied to the spec so that you can help eliminate all the emails kind of going back and forth. Since the supplier is actually actively managing their specs within the Specright system or Specright network as well, they're able to go in, make the changes to the reportable fields within Specright, and then send that spec back with revision comments. So the customer will be alerted of new changes in real time, again, through the email notifications and system notifications. When they go to consume the new version, it shows them actually a side-by-side comparison with highlighted changes to see any in-depth version level tracking. to help with human error kind of during the validation process. As we dive into kind of their local record as well, we'll see another kind of in-depth module to see that version level tracking, and these changes are immutable on the network, which can transform the auditing process into a quick, efficient, and cost-effective activity and bring more trust and integrity to the data businesses. To wrap things up, I want to highlight one more use case that we actually just released. We just launched the ability to share supplier documents. So your suppliers will be able to streamline their document sharing across their supply chain, and the system will proactively look to alert these suppliers when a document is expiring and they need a new one from you. So that concludes the demo today, and I'm going to ask that our host, Paul Gray, come up to the stage, as well as Brock Miller from Hormel.